Ya, sudah Miss izin.
Udah ya, ini udah nge-record ya, Miss?
Udah. Miss sambil lihat WA-nya kok belum dibales.
Miss absennya
Sebentar
sudah
ya.
dibuka
Belum, yang di GF belum. Yang di GF Miss belum buka. Bentar lagi ya. Oke, for today presentation will be Asril, Desi. Oh, Desi, kamu yang presentasi ya. And Cici
Ya,
Krisnawan, group presentation. And then the result of their analysis is about genre analysis on reading passages in English textbook. Okay, because we have limited time, you can start now. Time is yours.
udah ada belum share screen-nya?
Udah.
Udah, Mi.
Udah.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 1 and we will explain our result of textbook analysis genre on reading passage English textbooks in English on Sky 1. So for the first presenter, Asril will explain. Asril, time is yours. Asril.
Okay, for the first, I want to explain about purpose of analysis. The purpose of analysis is to find out the genres available in the English on Skybook, to find out the social function, generic structure, and characteristic of the language genre found in Erlangga English on Skybook for 7th grade junior high school. Next slide. Next year. Okay, this is the book Identity of English on Sky 1. And the author is Dr. Andus Mukarto, MS, PhD, Widya Kiswara, SPD, M. Hum Sujat Miko Bambang Santoso, SPD, and Josephine Sri Murwani, SPD, M. Hum. And editor is Tias Utami and Dwi Wahyu Priyanto. Cover designer by Ahmad Taufik. And the years of public is 2017. And publisher is Penerbit Erlangga. And thick of book 191 page. Size of book 24.7 and 17.5. And this book for junior high school, and the language is English. Okay, analysis cover will be delivered by Cici Krisnawan.
Okay, analysis the cover. The book entitled English on Sky 1 has a book cover specially for the 7th grade junior high school. The cover of this book is depicted with 5 children in it. Picture of children wearing modern clothes, namely clothes for holidays or for camping. On the cover of the book, it is also illustrated that the 5 children look very cheerful, happy, and excited. The illustrates that in gaining knowledge, one has to feel cheerfully and happy so that the knowledge learned is well embedded. Especially in learning English, you have to feel enthusiastic so that the knowledge given is always well remembered. In addition, the cover of this book also illustrates that English is very fun lesson and learning English can also be done by playing. It can be said that English doesn't always seem difficult, especially for young learners. This book is also designed with a very colorful combination of colors to attract students interested in learning. Next. Okay, this is chapter 1. In chapter 1, we found some materials like introduce oneself, greetings, leave-taking, expression, and sympathy. Say thank you and sorry. The materials can found on page 2. It shows how to introduce oneself, greet someone, express sympathy, say goodbye, say thank you, and say sorry in other conditions, especially in the school and daily life. Social function in this chapter 1, we can find the social function of the reading content in chapter 1 is to know how introduce oneself, greetings, leave-taking, expression of sympathy, and say thank you and sorry well and polite. Language features. The language features of the material in chapter 1 use simple present tense such as is and has. And also introduce good morning, greeting in Japanese, German, Japanese, and Spanish. Next. This is picture in chapter 1 and next in chapter 2. In chapter 2, we learn about introduction and asking information. The materials can found on page 30. In addition, the material show how to introduce someone to other person and ask some information to other with right and polite. The social function. Based on materials from the book, we can learn how the best way to introduce someone to another person and asking information to another people well and polite by using English language. The language features of the materials in chapter 2 uses simple present tense such as is and has. This is to make easier for the other person to understand what is meant in the conversation. In this chapter, we found some example and exercise to make more understand about the materials. Okay, next. And this is example dialogue in chapter 2. Okay, the next material will be delivered by Asril.
Okay, in chapter 3, I found the text reading genre found in this chapter is descriptive, as can be seen from the picture above. That is Nilu describe his family. You can look in the picture. Oh, hello, Binsar. Yes, I am yes, I am. My father from Ubud and my mother's from Kuta. What about you? Where do you come from? Jadi sini dia ngedescribein sedikit tentang keluarga dia. Dan di teks selanjutnya juga bakal ada, hello, my name is Nilu. Boleh next slide nggak? Ayo. Ya, yang di picture kedua ini, dia menggambarkan descriptive her family. Hello, my name is Nilu. This is my family. 3. There are 5 people in my family. My parents are Made and Sinta. My fathers from Ubud and my mother's from Kuta. I have one big brother and one little sister. Their name are Wayan and Ayu. Boleh back to slide yang tadi, Ayu. And the language feature of the readings in text in chapter 6, in chapter 3, that we found were focus possessive pronouns like my, your, his, her, another. And the social function of the reading contained in chapter 3 is the expression excuse me when we ask some question or we want to borrow something. Next slide ya. Oh no, yang tadi gambar tadi ya. Masih chapter 3. This is the feature in the our politeness. The expression excuse me is very common in English. People use it to show politeness. We can use this expression when we want to ask some question to our teacher as, excuse me, may I ask a question? We need to go to bathroom during the class, as in, excuse me, can I go to bathroom? We want to borrow something from our friends, as in, excuse me, may I borrow your pencil? This is the example for the chapter 3. Next slide. In the chapter 4, I found the generic structure in the text in chapter 4 is identification. There is identification, the name of the day. For you can look in the picture of part F, read and complete. What day is it today? On Tuesday. And when do we have English? I also have math on Saturday. I'll finish it today. Thanks a lot. The social function of the reading contained in chapter 4 is the expression excuse me when asked some question. Jadi hampir sama social functionnya dari chapter 3 dan chapter 4-nya. And the language feature of the readings in the text in chapter 4 that we found were focused simple present tense and simple past tense. Next slide. This is the example of the simple past tense. When were you born? I was born in July 2005. Yes, how about you? When were you born? I was born in March 2005. And this is the language features for the chapter 4 is simple past tense. And when we look in the next picture and part A and part B, this is the simple past tense. When do you usually do your homework, Atika? I do it in the morning. Do you do it before you go to school? Yes, how about you? When do you do your homework? I do it in the evening before dinner. No, I do it after dinner. Before dinner, I help my mom. Okay, next slide will be presented by Desi Aryani.
Okay, well, now I will continue to explain our material in chapter 6. We found that there is one text which is text in the form of descriptive text. This descriptive text is found on page 132, and the social function in this text describe Atika's school. While the generic structure is found in identification and description, and for the use of language feature, there are simple present and adjective. Next, in this chapter, we found that there are two descriptive texts, where the first text is titled Tiger on page 146, and the second text is Orang Utan on page 148. Both of the texts have the same social function, which describe tiger and orangutan. Meanwhile, the generic structure in these two texts is also found in the first sentence for identification, and the second, third, and subsequent sentence are description. For the language feature in these two texts, there is the use of simple past tense, action verb, and adjective. And for chapter 8, there are 8 texts which are descriptive texts that we found in chapter 8. These 5 descriptive texts describe people, and the other 3 texts describe animal. Descriptive texts describing people are located on page 163, 165, and 174. Meanwhile, for text describing animal are located on page 170 and 171. The next contained in chapter 8 also consists of social function, generic structure, and language feature. For the social function in each text contained in chapter 8 is to describe people and animal specifically, while the generic structure that is consists of identification and description, where most of the text in this chapter identification are located in the first and second sentence, while for the description lies in the next sentence through end of the sentence. And for the use of language feature in this text, use simple past tense, and there are several action verbs. Besides that, every text in this chapter also find the use of an adjective. So for the conclusion for our explanation, there are many social functions, generic structure, and what language features are available in the general contained in Erlangga English on Skybook for 7th grade junior high school students from this result of our analysis. For example, in chapter 2 about introduction and asking information. Based on the material from the book, we can learn how best to introduce someone to other and ask other people for information properly and politely by using English. There are 2 genres of reading text found in English on Sky textbook for the 7th grade of junior high school. They were introduction and descriptive. And finally, the generic structure and language feature are in the game in Erlangga English on Skybook for 7th grade junior high school student. Okay, I think that's all for our explanation about our result of analysis genre on reading passage English textbooks English on Sky 1. Maybe any question for our group?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question? You can
Yes,
ask your
Miss, I
friend
have.
to give a question.
Okay. My name is Artia Prastiwi, and I want to ask your group. And my question is, based on your opinion, is content or is this book is suitable or in line with curriculum 2013? Maksudnya, apakah genre dari buku ini tuh sesuai dengan silabus dari kurikulum 2013?
Okay, Artia, thanks for your question. Another question, maybe?
Ayi,
Iya, Bunga.
I want to ask about the basic components of this book. And there is social functions, text structures, and also language feature items. Is the book provide the basic components into some exercise for English skills? So my question is, what is the weakness of that books? I mean, there is no text structures or something like that. So please explain the weakness of the book from the basic competencies. Thank you.
Okay, Bunga, thank you for your question.
Okay, Desi.
Ya,
Saya mau bertanya.
Tiffany.
Okay, my question is, are there any difficulties when you analyze this textbook? Apakah ada kesulitan ketika menganalisis textbook ini?
Oke, Ayu, terima kasih. Oke, mungkin untuk pertanyaan 3 dulu. Nanti kalau ada sisa waktu bisa boleh tanya lagi. Untuk pertanyaan Artia, Bunga, sama Ayu, ditunggu ya, ini masih kita diskusikan.
Baik, Ayi.
Okay. Any other questions so far? Or only 2 questioners? Only Artia and Azahra. Misalnya nulisnya Bunga, ternyata Azahra. Nanti pas dinilai salah lagi, Bunga yang mana?
Ada satu lagi, Miss Ayu Tiffany.
Iya, izin menjawab untuk pertanyaan Artia. Jadi, menurut kelompok kami, buku ini sudah sangat cocok karena buku ini merupakan udah revisi kurikulum 2013.
Can you use English, Cici Krishna? Try to use English to answer your friend question.
Okay. According to our group, this book is suitable for curriculum because this book is revision 13 curriculum.
Okay,
Maybe
I want to give some addiction of the answer from Cici, and I think this book so suitable with the 2013 curriculum because this book has four aspects of assessment, namely aspect of knowledge, aspect of skills, aspect of attitudes and behavior, and it's so suitable with the 2013 curriculum because the all aspect in this book is the same with the 2013 curriculum.
Okay, Asriel and Cici, thank you for the answer. So, based on your opinion, this book is suitable for the student because this book in line with curriculum 20 and 13. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I will answer your question. So the question of Ayu is, what is the difficulty of when analyzing this book? So we found the difficulty when we analyze this book is the text content in this book is form of dialogue or conversation. So for text in forms such as narrative, descriptive, people or animal is very rarely found. And also other difficulty is the text of this book is very little and most of them that are contain practice or exercise. Maybe mungkin dari Asriel atau Cici kesulitan yang kalian ini waktu analisis this book. So there are the difficulty of when we analyzing this book. For Ayu?
Thank you, Desi.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. The other member want to add Desi Aryani explanation, or it is enough in answering your friend question? Okay, I will give you comment in your paper, yeah. That your title is about genre analysis on reading passage English textbook. English on Sky 1, yeah, genre analysis. To make it more to make it more good arrangement, I think that you have to download it syllabus first, because before we analyze the genre, we have to know what kind of text for junior high school of the first or the second. What grade?
7th grade.
Okay, because there is no information in your book identity whether your analysis is for what grade. Yeah, it is for 7th grade, and what kind of how about the semester? First semester or the second semester?
First semester, Miss.
Okay, for semester of 7th grade of junior high school ya, harusnya seperti itu ya judulnya ya, to make it more clearer. Okay, I think that your revision, first you have to download the syllabus, what kind of text that they have to learn in the 7th grade of first semester. Okay, I don't know your paper here. It looks like a kind of thesis, yeah, because there is any research question here, yeah. For example, what type of genre are available in English? Erlangga English on Sky, Erlangga English on Sky, yeah. If you want to know about kind of genre, yeah, I think that it is needed to download the syllabus. Ya, jadi sebenarnya tanpa mendownload syllabus juga bisa kan, hanya meneliti sebenarnya genre-nya apa saja. Tapi yang lebih detail mungkin you have to download the syllabus first, and then what kind of text that they have to learn in the first semester of the 7th grade. And then the second question is about the social function, generic structure, and also language feature. Yeah, kalau genre analysis, you have to know about the social function, generic structure, and language feature are available in genre found in Erlangga ya, Erlangga English on Sky ya. Is the genre, nah ini juga nih ternyata the third question related to the curriculum or the syllabus. Is the genre used in the English on Sky book for 7th grade junior high school published by Erlangga is in accordance with the 2013 curriculum syllabus. Ada nggak silabusnya? Sepertinya tidak ada ya. Nah, untuk melihat pertanyaan nomor 3, you have to know the syllabus first. Okay, the first you have to download the syllabus ya, and then the second one from the syllabus you have to analyze what kind of text that they have to learn in the first semester of the 7th grade ya. Berarti syllabus, setelah itu dibaca syllabusnya kira-kira teksnya itu apa saja. And then each text has social function, has generic structure, and also has language features. Harusnya you make a kind of table. For example, how many chapter? Ini di conclusionnya ya, how many chapter for the 7th grade of the first semester itu how many chapters? Ada berapa chapter, Cici? Jesse? 8 chapters. Okay. To make it more detail, I think it is needed for you to explain for each chapter, and you provide like a table. For example, in chapter 1, the text is about blah, about A, for example. Jadi di conclusionnya ya, chapter 1. The text is about ini. Selanjutnya berdasarkan silabus itu apa? Apakah memang mereka diminta untuk apakah di silabus itu memang mereka itu teksnya yang dipelajari itu tentang deskriptif? Oke, misalkan memang iya, it is suitable with the syllabus because in the syllabus they have to learn about descriptive. Harusnya seperti itu. Nanti di conclusionnya ya dibuat table. Tabelnya itu berisikan chapter 1, reading passage-nya apa, kinds of genre-nya apa, ya, kinds of genre-nya apa, dan sesuai tidak dengan silabus. Memang mereka belajar tentang deskriptif ataukah apa ya? Genre di sini maksudnya ke teks kan ya?
Iya, Miss.
Enggak, Miss tanya. Genre di sini maksudnya ke teks ya? Kinds of text-nya ya. Jadi genre itu selain kinds of text-nya juga social function-nya apa, language features-nya, Karena pas Miss lihat di sini language features-nya ini kalian itu tentang passive voice. Miss nggak tahu ini genre-nya itu apa saja. Kalian tidak menjelaskan genre-nya teksnya apa. Di sini we find description. Jadi nggak jelas loh. Jadi di sini tidak jelasnya itu genre-nya apa. Misalkan mereka harus belajar tentang deskriptif. Kasih contoh yang simpel saja, deskriptif. In the descriptive text, they have to learn about part of speech, but not all part of speech. They have learn about noun, ya. Kalau di deskriptif kan mereka harus tahu noun, and then verb, ya, because in the descriptive text they have learn about simple present, ya kan? Kalau deskriptif kan mereka belajarnya simple present kan ya. Misalkan Miss mau menjelaskan Artia, misal. Artia has a beautiful face, ya, for example. Or Artia is a beautiful lady. Kan di situ mereka juga belajar adjective selain noun. Artia is a noun. Beautiful itu adalah adjective. Jadi dalam belajar deskriptif di language feature-nya mereka belajar noun. Setelah itu adjective, ya kan? Bisa saja ke biasanya adjective dan noun ya. Tetapi biasanya untuk deskriptif ini mereka belajarnya ke nominal sentence. Ya kan? Artia is a beautiful lady. Artia is a smart person, for example. Smart itu kan dia adjective. Artianya itu adalah noun. Nah, seperti itu. Jadi yang kalian jelaskan language feature-nya apa yang dipakai untuk descriptive text. Ini sudah dijelaskan sih di chapter 1, Miss baca ya. The language feature of the material in chapter 1 uses simple present tense such as is and has ya. Karena ini kalau diartikan has itu memiliki atau apa ya, dia bukan full verb tapi helping verb ya. Paham kan ya? And also introduce good morning greetings in Japanese, German and Japanese and Spanish. Tapi ini kan tidak berhubungan dengan language feature di dalam teks ya. Karena kita ini fokusnya language feature yang digunakan di dalam teks tersebut. Misalkan naratif. Naratif itu penggunaan language features-nya itu menggunakan past tense. Misal, berarti mereka harus mempelajari past tense untuk language features-nya ya. Kalau generic structure itu kan berkaitan dengan pola teks. For example, in descriptive there is introduction and description. Ya kan ada dua kan kalau di descriptive ya enggak. Jadi ada generic structure-nya itu yang pertama they have to introduce first. For example, Asril is a student at Win, Raden Intan. Nah, itu introduction-nya dulu. And then in the they have to description. Asril is a good boy in the class class F, in F class, for example. Nah, itu kan dia mendeskripsikan Asril. In description we can describe about the someone itself related to the physical appearance, bisa juga dari fisiknya kan, misalkan Asril ini ganteng, terus apa tinggi, mempunyai rambutnya keriting atau warna rambutnya itu blondie hair. Nah, itu kan dia describe about Asril. Nah, itu yang dijelaskan ya untuk generic structure-nya. In the descriptive text consists of two. Ya, the first is introduction kalau nggak salah ya. The second one is description. Ya, seperti itu. Kalau memang mau dilihat dari social function. Nah, social function-nya itu apa? Nah, ya. Seperti itu ya. Dibuat seperti itu ya. Jelas enggak? Desi dengan
Jelas, Miss.
Asril dan satunya lagi ini Cici ya. Sebenarnya sudah kalian hanya tidak fokus saja, maksudnya itu hanya menjelaskan in general one, but you don't mention it in detail, karena ini perlu detail juga ya. Berarti di conclusion-nya buat table ya, about the chapter and then the title of the text and what kind of a genre there, and also it is appropriate with the syllabus or not ya. Jadi misalkan deskriptif, oh ternyata memang di silabusnya in the first semester they have to learn about descriptive text ya, jadi sesuai. Nah tadi pertanyaannya Artia ya, berdasarkan silabus ya kalau nggak salah ya.
Iya, Miss.
Ya, karena memang tidak dijelaskan sebelumnya dengan temannya ini di silabus atau tidak. Ya, ada sesuai dengan silabus yang kurikulum 2013 atau tidak, karena tidak ada penjelasannya di PPT. Kalau Ajahra tadi pertanyaannya?
Dia weakness
Kelemahannya,
dari
Miss.
teks
Oke,
dari
kelemahannya. Kelemahannya ketika menganalisis, atau bisa saja kelemahannya itu ternyata tidak sesuai. Maksudnya kelemahannya begini, ternyata after they analyze, they don't find about descriptive. They don't find about descriptive in the textbook. Although in the syllabus, in the first, in the seventh grade, they have to learn about descriptive. Itu mungkin kelemahannya dilihat dari genre analisisnya ya, bukan dari kelemahan ketika kalian menganalisisnya itu dengan poin lain, tapi ke genre analisisnya. Ternyata makanya Miss minta kalian tuh buat di print silabusnya, mereka belajarnya apa saja berdasarkan silabusnya, berdasarkan SKKD-nya, terus itu dianalisis itu, oh di textbook ini ada nggak yang berdasarkan silabus, mereka harus belajar naratif misalkan, mereka harus belajar report text misalkan, mereka harus belajar expository misalkan, nah itu ada nggak? Nah itu, kalau misalkan kelemahan, oh ternyata harusnya ada di silabusnya naratif, ternyata di textbooknya there is no narrative text. But they have to learn about narrative text. But the writer of the textbook doesn't make a kind of narrative text or doesn't provide about the text related to narrative. Misalkan seperti itu. Nah, itu yang dilihat langsung ke genre-nya ya, bukan kesulitannya, Miss. Kami tuh susah nemuin bukunya, kami tuh susah nemuin ininya. Enggak ada kaitannya berarti. Berarti kesulitannya itu mungkin ya kalau langsung ke genre, kalau menurut Miss sih untuk menganalisis genre analisis ini simple ya, quite simple, because you only read in the syllabus whether the text in the syllabus are provided or not in the textbook, and then you have to analyze about the social function, language feature, and also generic structure ya. And from Tiffany, Ayu Tiffany tadi menanyakan
Kesulitan, Miss, ketika menganalisis textbooknya.
Oke, kesulitan. Jadi kesulitannya ya mungkin jawabannya Desi tadi apa? Miss tanya ulang. Kayaknya Desi yang menjawab ya.
Karena itu tadi Miss, jarang ada teksnya dalam bentuk teks. Kadang teksnya dalam bentuk percakapan, dialog gitu.
Nah, makanya itu ya. Miss bilang, mana teksnya? Teksnya cuma dipoto. Sebenarnya teksnya itu kan ada reading passage. Apa yang dimaksud dengan reading passages? Apa yang dimaksud dengan reading text ya? Apa yang dimaksud? Nah, itu memang tidak semuanya. Nah, seperti ini. Mereka menganalisisnya dialog. Dari dialog. Sedangkan dialog ini lebih refers-nya to speaking. Ya, apakah dialog ini termasuk ke teks atau tidak? You have to know what is meant by reading passages. Apa sih yang dimaksud dengan reading passages? Coba Miss lihat ya. Kita cari di internet. What is meant? Reading passages is, gitu aja. Definition ya, sebentar kita cari. Dia cuman Nah, Miss coba share screen. Makanya kalian lihat dulu yang kalian analisis itu apa. Miss coba share screen, baru ketemu ini definisi. Kita lihat reading passage ya. Technically, a passage is simply a portion or section of written work, either fiction or non-fiction. Berarti dia bisa fiksi atau non-fiksi. Some hold that a passage can be as short as a sentence, but most consist of at least one paragraph. Nah, satu paragraf minimal. And usually several, bisa saja more than one paragraph. One iteration of such passage based on reading include both short passages of 1 or 2 paragraphs and long passages of 4 and 9 paragraphs. So, from the result of your analysis, you also analyze about the dialogue. Dialogue is not a kind of passages because when we saw the definition of passage is a kind of text that consists of at least one paragraph, ya minimal satu paragraf. Jadi kalau misalkan dia bukan satu paragraf berarti bukan passage ya. Ini passage ini nih. Oh, nggak bisa ya, maksudnya itu ya, berarti yang di analisis ini berarti dilihat lagi ya. Dilihat lagi, kalian pilah-pilah lagi. Nih kita lihat lagi ya. Miss lebih suka langsung lihat ke Google. Ini dia. Nih contohnya, passage A by Ray Bradbury. I began to learn the nature of surprises. This is the first paragraph, and this is the second paragraph. This is the example of reading passages. So it means that you have to know first about what is meant by passage here. So if there is a kind of dialogue, so dialogue is not a kind of reading passage ya. Jadi lihat dulu yang dianalisis, masa di dialog dianalisis. Ini banyak banget nih Asril dialognya dianalisis. Nah, coba lihat chapter 3. Nah, chapter 3 itu kayaknya tentang family diagram ya. Nah, ini kan dia mengandung satu paragraf tuh. Hello, my name is Nihlu. This is my family tree ya. There are 5 people in my family. Nah, itu kan dia walaupun ada satu, dia tetap ya disebut sebagai reading passage. Karena minimal reading passage itu tadi short passage, bisa short passages, and also it can be long passages. And short passages consist of at least one ya, 1 until 2 paragraphs, but it can be set as passages although it has 1 paragraph. Jadi bisa dikatakan passage walaupun hanya satu paragraf. And long passages if the passage consists of, if the text consists of 4 and 9 paragraphs. Itu dia long passage, and then short passage. Jadi disortir lagi ya, Asril dengan Desi juga Cici ya, disortir mana yang disebut dengan reading passage. Ini banyak banget dialog tidak semua di sini. Oke, di sini ada dialog read and complete. Jadi tidak semua read and complete ya. Dialog 1, what day it is. Jadi kalian lebih saja fokusnya ke reading passage, bukan ke reading lain. Coba kita Miss cari lagi type of reading.
Miss.
Ya.
Miss, Zara mau nanya, kalau cultural awareness itu masuk ke dalam basic of competencies nggak, Miss?
Culture awareness basic competence. Oke, kita lihat yang namanya basic competence itu kan sudah ditentukan oleh pemerintah ya. Yang basic SKKD itu kan sudah ditentukan oleh pemerintah. Kalau dia culture awareness itu kan masuk nggak? Di situ ada nggak? Jadi kita lihat di situ pemerintah itu menentukan SKKD-nya itu apa? Apakah kalau culture awareness sepertinya Miss belum pernah baca sih. Coba kalian baca ya. Miss ya nggak sampai ke situ sih, nggak sampai ke situ.
Di sini ya, ada buku Pathway to English for Senior High School untuk kelas 12 untuk general program. Nah, di di map of the book-nya itu Zara nemuin social function, listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, sama cultural awareness, Miss. Tapi Zara
dia kan
nemuin
social function ya, Zahra. Itu kan berarti social function itu masuk ke ke KD, kompetensi dasarnya ya. Iya. Makanya dia kalau misalkan memang itu tadi apa social function, berarti kan mereka di situ ada social function. Kadang kan social function itu hanya social function, tetapi tidak dijelaskan social functionnya itu apa saja kan. Jadi mempelajari social function dan juga apa sih teks ataupun expression yang berkaitan dengan ini kan ada tuh kalau di SK dan KD ya tulisannya seperti itu ya. Berarti kalau sudah seperti itu ya sudah masuk, karena memang yang memahami tentang lesson planning itu adalah guru, karena guru itu adalah pelaku. Ya, kalau Miss terus terang, Miss itu hanya istilahnya bukan praktisi. Yang praktisi itu yang menjalankan lesson plan itu hanya guru. Jadi kami dosen ini terus terang untuk lesson plan ini karena bukan praktisi, ya beda ya lesson plan dengan silabus yang kami bikin itu beda. Kita juga punya silabus, tapi cara menyajikan silabus SMA, SMP, SD dengan silabus perguruan tinggi itu kan beda. Tidak ada SKKD. Apalagi yang kurikulum yang terbaru yang menggunakan apa istilahnya kok misalnya dulu Pak ya, itu beda banget pokoknya. Apalagi kita belum jelas dari universitasnya juga. Jadi silabusnya punya dosen-dosennya di PB itu belum sesuai dengan yang ini, karena memang dari universitasnya belum menentukan mau ke arah mana kalian itu, tamatan kalian itu mau diarahkan kemana itu belum terlalu jelas juga gitu ya. Jadi kita mau mengetahui sebenarnya reading itu tipe teksnya, bukan tipe teks ya, apa ya, dia ada reading passage, tapi juga di sini ada reading passage dan reading apa ya? Misalnya kok lupa ya? Oh, reading tas cuman ini ya. Misalnya lupa ya nyari. Maksudnya selain reading passage ada reading apa lagi satunya namanya? Misalnya lupa benar. Nanti ya Miss ingat-ingat lagi ya. Selain reading passage itu ada kan, kalau reading passage itu terdiri dari 1 dan 2. Di sini kan ada reading yang berupa cross procedure. Cross procedure itu readingnya yang teks rumpang. Teks rumpang itu maksudnya harus dilengkapi. Nah itu namanya apa? Missnya lupa nanti. Apa ya nyarinya ya? Kalau Miss nanti Miss ingat-ingat tanya sama dosen reading dulu. Karena Miss nggak ngajar reading ya namanya. Selain reading passage, di reading itu ada apa aja. Oke, any other question?
Reading comprehension bukan, Miss?
Kalau reading comprehension itu kan pemahaman ya.
Oh, iya.
Beda loh, jenis-jenis soal, jenis-jenis teks. Bukan juga, kalau jenis-jenis teks itu ke naratif. Kalau reading comprehension, coba kita lihat. Kan hanya pemahaman, kita coba lihat reading comprehension. Bukan loh, apa ya, misalnya lupa loh. Reading passage sama reading apa ya? Kan? Kalau reading comprehension di sini is the ability to process text, understanding, bukan tipe apa ya kalau di ini, bukan tipe readingnya loh, bukan tipe reading. Maksudnya kalau reading passage itu kan terdiri dari full sentence, full paragraph ya. Tapi kalau reading yang berupa di sini cuma read-nya itu hanya terdiri dari sentence, read and complete, seperti chapter 4. Nah, itu Miss nyari nanti ya. Miss tanya dulu ke Mr. Satria atau Said ya, karena mereka yang mengajar reading ya. Nanti Miss tanyakan. Missnya lupa tuh namanya reading passage sama reading apa ya? Reading task kalau nggak salah loh. Reading passage sama reading task. Oh iya. Reading passage sama reading task. Kalau reading task itu kan, kalau passage itu kan berupa paragraf nih. Kalau kita lihat ya reading task. Ya reading task kalau nggak salah ya. Sebentar. Kita lihat langsung di internet aja. Nah, ini ada nih dari British Council. Reading task. Apa yang dimaksud? Nih, reading task. Berarti yang kalian analisis itu reading passage-nya atau reading task-nya. Ya, karena di sini nanti Miss share screen ya. Oke, di sini reading task itu bisa match the heading with the paragraph, true or false ya, multiple choice. Nah, ini yang maksud Miss tadi, yang kayak kalau pertanyaan apa missing sentence yang kita coba klik satu-satu ya. True or false. Nah, di sini. Jadi yang kalian analisis itu apanya? True or false task can be a bit tricky kan? Maksud Miss gini, in the textbook there is reading passage and also reading task, ya kan? Jadi yang kalian analisis itu genre-nya itu apakah reading passage-nya or reading task-nya? Paham nggak maksudnya? Kan di kalian nih, ya kan di kalian nih ada nih tas-tas yang berkaitan dengan reading. Contoh, oh di sini banyak reading task-nya juga kok di belakang-belakang kalian. Nah itu berarti
Iya kayak
task,
complete
ya,
sentence ya, Miss.
ya. Jadi kalau reading task itu dia latihan yang berkaitan dengan reading. Walaupun misalkan reading task-nya itu tentang deskriptif, ya kan? Oke, missing sentence. Coba kita lihat. Nah, yang Miss bilang tadi, cross procedure. Ini Miss agak mirip-mirip cross procedure, maksudnya tes rumpang. You have to complete the paragraph with the word. Ya, ini masuk ke reading juga nih. Makanya yang dianalisis. Kan kalau latihan itu Miss kan ada kayak gini nih Miss. Mereka suruh melengkapi, membaca nih. Read all the sentences taken out of the text. Read the text and match the sentence with gap you are with the gaps you are sure about. Dan ini kan reading Miss. Berarti yang ini dianalisis juga nggak Miss? Makanya kalian perhatikan yang reading passage-nya apa, yang reading task-nya itu apa. Jadi dua-duanya bisa dianalisis berdasarkan generic structure-nya. Ataukah di sini kami hanya fokus Miss ke reading passages-nya, bukan ke reading task yang kami analisis, yang nggak masalah. Paham kan? Berarti reading passages and reading task yang bisa dianalisis seperti itu. Oke, still have a question? Karena ini masih setengah jam lagi, tapi kalau disudahi ya nggak masalah, libur juga sebenarnya ya kita ya. Karena Miss itu dapat info bahwa tanggal 8 Juni itu UAS. Nggak tahu benar nggaknya, Miss tanya ke Miss Yulan katanya belum ada informasi. Jadi punya Asril sama punyanya Cici and Desi, you have to revise ya. Sesuaikan. Kalau misalkan ada yang kurang paham, silahkan ditanya. Oke, I think enough for today because there is no question again. Oke, happy holiday. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.